Also, like Senator the civil senator Baribe pointed out, if they need to tinker with the constitution in terms of the Land Use Act, which is in the constitution, to enable us create a clause that will allow easy
nuisance, Lele.
Bunch of nuisance and criminals, traitors, all of them. Do you understand what the bill that they call the ban on open grazing that they are debating in the National Assembly is actually all about? Do you? No? Okay. The bill is presented as a bill to ban open grazing. Sounds good. Because that is what you are going to read. Ban on open grazing. But before we ban open grazing, all of the states in Nigeria must be ready to provide land for ranching. So this land that these states are going to provide by law will now be allocated to the cow owners. They don't want to say Fulanis, cow owners. So that instead of them pushing their cows all over your farms, we just keep the farms on the land, the ranch, provided by your state. That is what is buried in that nonsense. Ban on open grazing, but give land to Fulani before we ban it. By law, you must give land. How many of you remember when Bokwari shared over 60 billion naira among some states in Nigeria to go and set up RUGA? How many of you remember that Oplesus Odingba, Devulumayi, and this guy from Enugu, what's that guy? Buruburu. What's the guy from Enugu, the former guy before this guy? I forgot his name, right? Devulumayi, Oplesus Odingba, at least those three collected over 10 billion naira. That is over $12 million from Bokwari. I don't know if you remember. To go and set up ranches and all of that in their states. And that is why those of you who are self-hating Igbos, I do not feel sorry for you, honestly. It is just so unfortunate that there are other ignorant Igbos who are ignorantly celebrating the escalated insecurity in Eastern Nigeria, thinking those criminals that are committing that act of criminality in Eastern Nigeria, that are making it convenient for this their criminal sponsors, right, to blame it on IPOB, if it's always convenient for you. So if you continue to believe that the government of Nigeria is not involved, the government of Eastern Nigeria is not involved in the escalated insecurity in Eastern Nigeria, then I kind of will see you as one of these self-hating Igbos, and there are many. Let us say the truth. You don't know the atrocities of this IPOB. If you know what this ESN is doing, if you know Kiniko, say, oh, really? That means that they are getting, they are actually getting the criminals, the criminal politicians in Eastern Nigeria and their collaborative Fulani from Abuja. They must be getting real value for the money that they are spending on propaganda. If you hate yourself so much that all you believe is what they told you, right? But again, it is what it is, right? 10 billion. Enugu is building ranches now. Oplesus Odingba is already building his own RUGA. In Ebonyi, they've already allocated land for RUGA as well. So let us ban open grazing. National Assembly ban open grazing, but states must give RUGA. Wait till the wahala before. Is all of this grammar, all these jargons they are speaking? Is it not, and the disagreement that we have been having, is it not because we said we will not give our land to those who are killing us, who will not buy land? You should buy it. Cattle business is a private business. Fulanis should not be given any special treatment. They should be punished for committing act of terrorism in Nigeria. All of those terrorists should never, for any reason, if there's any conversation around the terrorism in Nigeria perpetrated by the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, it should be out to punish and then prosecute them, not out to reward them or placate them. And that's why you can see all these clowns are so detached from reality. So a few of them were reminding them, we need to get the governors. We need the governors, we need the state government to agree with this. This is going to be the perfect solution. They came with grazing routes. They said people are built on the grazing route. Like Fulani had grazing routes to graze their cows on people's land. Fulanis used to move their cows past this area. So this land, cutting across all of these tribes and ethnic nationalities, all this land, yes, they may be your land, but listen, the cows have walked on those lands. And the cows are God in this cow republic. I am from Ekiti. I don't have any relationship with the Fulani. But somebody is going to tell me that my forefathers' land was once passed and trekked on or grazed on by the Fulani and therefore me, I have to honor that. How dare you go there and start farming? You don't know, say Fulani they pass this place. This is what they are pushing. And that's why people said no. Then they changed it. Rural Grazing Area, RUGA. That was Pastor RUGA who brought that idea. Rural Grazing Area. That's the solution. We just create some areas. Those areas, we just make sure that the Fulanis and their cows, they should be comfortable there. Pastor RUGA, we fired him until they dropped it. This Olori Brukus went again to bring waterway bill. Waterway bill that will automatically give the federal government of Nigeria the power to take not only the waterways in Nigeria, but 10 miles, 15-kilometer land from the river bank will become that of federal government. They wanted to use that to settle the Fulani terrorists next to the rivers so that their cows can drink water. People are mounting Okada, they are mounting bikes, slaughtering people in their villages, in their sleep. And you are still calling that farmers' others clashes. See, we are waiting for the Yoruba governor that is going to first launch one. Okay? We will wait for that first Yoruba governor that is going to allocate land in Yoruba land. Okay? And then it will come out and say, oh, your state government ranching this. So that we can know what to tell the people about you, about your family, and everything you stand for. You might have been doing all things, so sure you get all these things you have been doing. But the day you allocate land for these terrorists to placate them in any part of Yoruba land, we know you can do it. So I know you can do it. We are just waiting for you to announce. I'm going to wait for the first person, the first governor in Yoruba land, okay? That is going to say, oh yeah, for the ranching, Ogun State ranching branch, or your state ranching branch, we know what you are hiding. We know what to tell our people. We will tell them who you are. We will tell them about your family, your children, all right? We will tell them what you stand for. We will tell them what your family stand for. You stand for the destruction of our people, the killings of our people. And you might have been contributing to this in a while, but that will be the final. Yeah, it's going to be a next game for everyone. Placating terrorists. Let me take a break. I'll tell you more about that later because I've got a few other stuff I want to share with you. We're not done. No. There's so much discussion on it that we're still having. I have some of those clips here. What they said about the cows in the cow republic of Nigeria. But when we say Nigeria is a crime scene, it is not because we hate Nigeria. When I say we, I'm gonna give me 1 sec. When I say we, I'm talking about majority. Okay, give me a sec. Nigeria is a crime scene because the criminals in Nigeria, Nigeria is a place where if you get punished, for your crime, it is not because of that crime per se. It is because of maybe the category of people you belong to. So if you belong to the categories that protect their fellow rogues, then you'll be considered as safe from all prosecutions, like that of the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. So that's a Kogi senator. How many of you remember how some of these Lagos Abobakus, as well as all these voluntary slaves, want to slaughter Peter Obi for giving them boreholes in northern Nigeria? Look at the kind of borehole. So that man on your screen, right, is from Kogi, a senator. And he donated, he constructed as his constituency project this borehole for his people. And this is a man that is expected to walk home in a year with a take-home pay of over 600 million naira. He is personally going to receive over 400 million naira for constituency projects alone. But that's the guy there. And then his constituency projects in a shithole. That's somebody who is collecting millions, hundreds of it, right? And somebody who uses his own personal money to provide water that guys like that would never provide for, right? But it doesn't matter. Let's go to this. Nigeria is a crime scene. It is not an understatement. I mean, it is not an understatement. It is a statement of facts. So there is this young man. I shared a video with us 2 days ago when there is a young man who was crying for help, asking the government of Bayelsa State, the governor, to please save him and help him from a bank manager. Okay, there is a bank manager, according to him, right, that's want to kill him simply because they used his own bank account, okay, to steal a lot of money. And that got his account blocked. And they wanted him to go there and claim and say the money is legit. He said he has no relationship with them. But now, because he's refusing to go, he's calling on the government or the EFCC to investigate these guys, blowing the whistle on the crime. Now, he is wanted to be killed. Now, he tells his story here, and I kind of want to share that. You judge.
My name's Joshua Akbawangene O2. I'm doing this video today because I don't know what might come tomorrow. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm afraid that when I die, the truth might not be unveiled, like the case of Mohbad. I'm just a victim of circumstances that needs to go through the spout. I want the world to know that my soul will not rest if the truth is not unveiled. But I believe that evil is powerless when good men are not afraid to speak the truth. If you take me to die for this truth, so be it. I die. This is exactly 2 months I left my home because of the information I got. My life is in danger. I've been trying to reach out to everybody I think might share my story. I call on the Bayelsa State Governor, His Excellency, Senator Doye Diri. I call on the Commissioner of Police of Bayelsa State. I call on the Inspector General of Police. I call on the EFCC chairman. And I also call upon Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, to come to my aid and come to my rescue. My life is in danger because of information I got about the money laundering case going on in Bayelsa State. My life is in danger. I'm calling to all Nigerians. My life is in danger. Please come to my aid. Come to my rescue. Come to my aid. Come to my rescue. I don't want to die like Mohbad. I want the truth to prevail. I want justice to stand. I want justice to prevail. Justice must prevail. The truth must be told. Let truth prevail. Nigerians, let truth prevail. Let truth prevail. I call on my leader. My election warrior, you're the only one I rely on at this moment. About 2 years ago, one Mr. Quincy Gabriel Vigoraye came to me and told me he needed to get the land. I met Quincy Vigoraye. Most people know Contiki in Yenegua. We formed this football group called 700 Gang. Yeah. He told me he needed a land that you scout for land for him. So I said, okay, I'll do just that. But I told him he's going to pay me, normal agent fee, which he agreed. Myself and one Philemon Zigoni, we actually helped him, and eventually he got a land, but he didn't pay us. The supposed fee, he ought to pay us. So I was upset with him. I stopped talking to him, because that was not the true character of a friend. So he left Yenegua and relocated to Port Harcourt. Yeah. So I had to reach out to him. I think a year later, I needed to do so. I needed to do a course at Shaki's Maritime Academy. So I needed a place to stay. So I reached out to him and I begged him if he could allow me to stay for some time. He agreed. So 2 months ago, he came to Bayelsa and told me that we will relocate him to Port Harcourt, to abroad. I was like, congratulations. I was like, bro, at least don't forget me. If you go, I'm your guy. See, things are difficult. Things are hard. I explained to him, I told him my challenges and what I've been going through. He told me not to worry. That he's going to help me. So, on the 13th of April, he told me that he's traveling, that I should come to his house in Port Harcourt to get my bag, because I had some clothes left. Because most times I go there, I stay.
I want him to get to the story. Okay? But it doesn't really feel good to see a man crying like that. Like, brace up, man. Like, oh, I want you to hear the rest of the story. How his life came under the danger. He's now asking the Tifnumbu and others to save him.
Most people in Yenegua think he's my brother. He's not my brother. I don't even know where he's from. I've been good to everybody. I don't discriminate. Everybody knows me. Those who know me in Yenegua. He called me and told me if I have a Pampio OP account. I said, I have an OP account. He sent me 2 million. I thanked him. I told him that at least I can start a business with this. I thanked him. I saw him as a consent, and he was like, since I didn't pay you guys now, that land, I didn't pay you. I know you're upset with me, okay. At least I don't say to you. I was very happy. I thanked him. I thanked him so much. I came to worry. Thinking of starting a spice business. I mean, he sent me that money. I think a week thereabout, I was trying to make a transaction. It wasn't going through. I saw a message by OP that my account has been restricted, that one abnormal transaction was carried out, that this sender, I know the sender did fraud, that I can appeal so they can remove the restriction from the account. So I appealed. They rejected it. So I called OP. When I called OP, they told me that Kwesi Obigorai was involved in a fraudulent act. That's the reason my account has been restricted. So I quickly reached out to him. I said, guy, what's up? What's going on? Oh, now, bro, tell me now. See, this is the challenge I've been having. He didn't reach out to me. He didn't respond. Not until he sent, I saw a message he sent on his WhatsApp. Immediately I saw the message, I screenshotted the message, and I called him. Number wasn't going through, so I called him on WhatsApp. I said, guy, what is going on? Tell me. Don't put me in the dark now. What is going on? Tell me. And I said that his girlfriend one gift. I don't know the surname of the gift. That the gift is going out with one pade wire, something like that pade. And the pade has been using gift's account for money laundering. The money goes into the account and money comes out of the account. That gift happened to show him the account, so he removed the money from gift's account. That's the major reason my account has been restricted. I told him immediately that I will report him to the EFCC, which I have a screenshot of that, evidence of that. That I will report him to the EFCC. And I also told him that I will reach out to the EFCC. I sent a mail to the EFCC. No response. Immediately I gift happened to show him the account, so he removed the money from gift's account. That's the major reason my account has been restricted. I told him immediately that I will report him to the EFCC, which I have a screenshot of that, evidence of that. That I will report him to the EFCC. And I also told him that I will reach out to the EFCC. I sent a mail to the EFCC. No response. Immediately I did that. 2 days later, some men came to attack me. I managed to escape for my life. I've left my home now for 2 months. I don't know what is going on. Some men came to attack me. I managed to escape. If not for the Creator, I managed to escape. I don't know what is going on. People help me. Nigerians help me. A man, he told me that one Mr. Badeware, the manager of Globus Bank, is involved in money laundering. I don't want to die. Please help me. I'm calling on my leader to help me.
You heard the story now. He was looking for help. Then he met an old friend. And this old friend that he sort of bunked with, right? Then came to him and said, okay, I will help you. And then he gave him his bank account details. This friend sent him 2 million naira. He was so happy that he planned to start a business with that money. Unknowing to him is that his own bank account has actually been used to carry out money laundering operation involving a Globus branch manager, a bank manager, supposedly maybe a microfinance bank manager. The bank, so the bank that he used their detail, that he has, has details with, restricted his bank accounts and asked him to appeal that a fraud was carried out on his account. Now he did what is right. He called the guy and the guy confessed that, yeah, we were doing all of that, but it's okay, don't worry. So he decided to never get himself involved. So he sent an email to the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC in Nigeria. And he said 2 days after he sent that email, 2 guys came to attack him, but he managed to escape. And he has been living in hiding for the past 2 months because the purpose is to actually get him killed. And he is pointing at this friend. So the young man is there and is calling on those who can please reach out to help. And as you're watching this, I do believe probably he's getting the help he needs. That is Nigeria. And then he kept crying, I don't want to die like Mohbad. I hope I'm not going to see the break.